Hey, Pocket Women. Good morning. Early morning to you. Early Thursday. It's still Wednesday here. Wednesday morning. I don't know if we'll have many other people show up, but let's get... There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, I was a little bit late today, getting started later than what I'd planned on because, well, breakfast took a little bit longer than what I had planned on. Made a bacon, lettuce, egg, and tomato sandwich for breakfast, and that was pretty good. I like a good bacon, lettuce, tomato, and I'll put egg on it sometimes, so yeah, that was pretty good. Hope everything's well down your way. Looks like we got a few more people joining in here. We'll give a few minutes to get started, and then we'll just go over. Today, I'm not doing anything real special, but I've got a few Lotto Locks that we can look at, and then also my Lockwood. We can look at it. Try to pick a few of these locks. It's been a while since I've actually just sat down and picked anything, and been successful at it, really. Other than those dimple locks that I got a couple weeks ago. So yeah, we'll see who joins in. Mowing the lawn. Okay. You mow the lawn at 2 a.m.? I mean, I guess it's cooler then, but 2 a.m.'s even a bit early for me. Oh. I actually, this past year, I hired my next door neighbor to mow my grass for me. He's sort of between jobs and has been, and has several children to care for, so I try to help him out a little bit, and so he'd mow my lawn for a few bucks here and there, but I guess we'll see if we get a few more people in here. I've got, in addition to that Lockwood, I've got my Avis Brady Lotto, and then I've got a couple others. This one's actually based on Avis, but it is a Pendoit. I believe that's how you pronounce that. And then a Zing Recycle Lock, which is made out of eco-friendly plastics and stuff. It's a basically just a Lotto Lock, but says that it's made from 70% recycled materials. So we'll take a look at it as well. And let's see. Still recovering from earlier today. Gotcha. Yeah, it is the summertime season down there for you guys, so I know that's not fun to do yard work when it's 90 degrees outside. That's for sure. That's why I pay somebody else to do it. Hey, Starry Lock. Good morning. Just gonna look at a few locks today. I figured yesterday I had a kind of an easy day, like I was saying to Pocket Women. Had kind of an easy day yesterday. One section of the facility that I'm based at was shut down, and that's normally the section that I stay busy at. And so, long story short, I had extra time to basically just mess around and and catch up on some YouTube videos. And sorry, I didn't get to some of your more recent ones, but they're on the list. I do plan on watching some today. And then I was able to get a couple of Pocket Women's videos in, several of them actually. And one of them was her video she did yesterday, the Lotto Lock Tuesday. And I noticed the lock that she used in that, the, what was it called? The band, hang on just a second, I'll tell you. The where is it? The Beyond lock. So that lock actually looked a lot like the Avis Brady. So I said, well, why not just take one apart today? And we'll look at it. Maybe we can come up with some picking tips for it. And then I decided to grab a couple of these other Lottos. And then I also watched Pocket Women's video on the Lockwood 334C, which mine is the 334B. It doesn't have the shrouded shackle, and mine's made out of brass. Which those are very, very nice locks, Pocket Women. Those Lockwoods are very, very pretty locks. So anyway, I guess we can go ahead and get started here. Let me get the camera shifted. We'll see how this works. Alrighty. First one, let's look at the Lotto Lock. It's the Brady, which is made by Avis. It has the Avis Mini 888 core, or Mini 888 keyway, I should say. Let's see if I can get a little bit better light here. A little bit better, maybe, or we'll just do that. Okay. Yeah, let's just stick with that one for now. I've picked this on video before, but not in a while. So I want to let's see if we can get this picked. And what I like to do for picking these is I like to use a very short hook, like the Sparrow's Tron. And then a lot of times I'll try and just use bottom of the keyway tensioning. It just, with as small of a keyway as this is, that kind of gives me a little more room to mess with the pins. And these do have some good pins in them, like most Lotto locks do. I've got a little bit of a falset there. That was a click on 1 and then a click back on 6, and now I'm on 2, and I still have my falset. 3, gave some counter rotation. 4, okay, 4 gave counter rotation. And I believe that was 5. See, we've got a good falset going. I think 1 may be holding us up. Yep, 1 held us up because it was a high cut. But there we go. So let's take this guy apart, and we'll see if I can run out of pinning trays today. And you know what? Let's see. think I can do this. I left my bag of tricks out in the car. Let's see. Hey, GQ man. Just picking some locks today. Okay, Pocket Women. Yeah, the Brady Compact Safety Lock. Manufactured by Abus. It's the 7140. And we just got it picked open. Let's see. Yeah, they are a fun little pick for sure. Let's see if I don't think the screw in this one's going to give as much trouble as the one in your lock gave you. But you can see, here's the interior. I'm not going to drop everything out of it. I do need to clean that up a little bit though. But everything's in place there. Kind of a pain to get everything back together in. We'll just pull this out. And of course I need like 3 things I don't have. Let's pull this off. I don't have a half moon follower. Do I? I've got one, but it's just out in the car. I really don't want to have to go all the way out there to get it. Let's see. Since we've got it picked, I'm just going to lock it and then turn the key. We'll go this way. We will run a shim in here. If we can. This one may not like being shimmed. No. All right, I think we're gonna have to just say a prayer and go for it. There we go. All righty. Like that. And then every pin did have to be picked in this lock. And I'll give you a little hint. I know you were talking about your lock being kind of difficult to pick, that your pick was sliding off of the tips of the pins. And those key pins are pretty conical. Like the tips of them are more, I believe, a little more conical than you would normally see, like in a smaller lock like this. But what I like to do, like if I feel that my pick is slipping off of a pin, I will reach in through the core and through the keyway, and I'll actually I'll reach just past the pin that I want, and then sort of grab onto it from the back. And then that way it'll give me a little more leverage to get that pin pushed up where it needs to go. So that may help you. Let's grab these pins out of here. We've got a spool in one, which I believe this one has all spools except for one standard. And either this lock or my tweezers are sticky. believe it's my tweezers. Yep. All spools except for number 6, which is standard. So you can see kind of how that is. All right. Let's see. Let's look here. Let's look. Okay, pocket women. Yeah. I don't know if I've seen the compact safety one that you're talking about. I probably have on somebody's video, but I've never. I guess I haven't remembered it. Is that? Good morning, Ronald. Yeah, pocket women. Yeah, I will go in and just kind of grab behind it, and then that gives me a little more contact with the pin, and then I can ease up and just kind of pressure it, and then come back on the tip of the pin and push it up to where it needs to go. So anyway, we're gonna set these parts aside over here, and then take a look at this one, the Pandoit. I believe that's how you pronounce it, which is again by Abus. I've not picked one of these on camera. It has a miniature Yale style keyway. Let's set this. And Yale keyways, anytime you encounter them, bottom of the keyway tension is the way to go. Just because it gives you way more room up there with the pins, and I think gives you a lot more control over it. Let's see, that was 4, I believe. And some of these are tricky. Can't remember if it's this one or another one that I've got. That's really kind of tricky. And whenever you pick these, if you think you might have overset something, you can kind of flex your tensioner, and that'll help maybe drop a pin back down into its correct position if you set it too high. And I think that was 6. Got it. Okay. What? I don't know if I just had it and lost it, or my tensioner slipped. Oh, there we go. And unlike the others, this one does have a spring tensioned core on it. And unfortunately, can't take this one apart. I do have a couple others of this, so what we may do before the end of the day, if y'all want to, I would be willing to drill this out. We'll see how much time we take up doing some other stuff, but I would be curious to see what's inside of here. That was the bitting on it. It's not too bad. Just that first cut set very high, and that last one also set very high. It did have at least a couple spools in there, I think, but they didn't really come into much play. So we'll set that back over here. Let's see. Ronald. Ronald, how young do you think I am? I will tell you, but I always ask that. How young do you think I am? I'm always curious to see. Let's see. All right, pocket women, you're talking about the compact safety lock. that has the side pin you have to depress. And thank you. Yeah, some of these you just have to get your tensioning and your picking right. And on these lockout tagout locks, they're just you always have the smaller keyway, and makes it a little bit harder. This is also made by Abus. This is the Zing Enterprise Recycle Lock, made from 70% recycled materials. There's the website if you want to check them out more, zinggreenproducts.com. And it says solid recycled aluminum body with steel shackle. Well, the outside's plastic. Dielectric recycled plastic covering over body and shackle. Precision 6-pin cylinder and key retaining with auto something. Let's see, is this one spring? Yeah, this one has spring tension on the core as well. And again, it would be another one. This feels an awful lot like this Pendoit. Maybe one of these we'll have to drill open. Okay. Ronald, you think I'm in my 30s or 40s? Well, I'm not 40 yet. I'm 35. So 35, but it's not the years, it's the mileage that counts. It's the mileage and how often you change the oil. So yeah. Anyway, let's pick this guy open. Okay, one is bound up. Click there. Out of 3, I think. I remember one of these was the one that was really difficult to pick. And don't be afraid to increase your tension on these when you're picking. You can see, 2 fingers on the tensioner doesn't mean that you have to press down harder, but it does give you a little more control when you're using bottom of the keyway tension. And also make sure that the turning tool is thick enough that it takes up most of the space in the bottom of that keyway. That way you have more control over the core and you get better feedback as well. I think this one's going to be difficult today. But I've not picked any of these in probably close to a year. They've been sitting over in the collection. Ronald, like I said, it's the mileage, not the years. But I do get my oil changed, so that helps. But thank you. All right, Story Lock, thank you for joining in. Have a great day. Let's see if we can get this guy open. I'm not even getting a false set on it. Definitely getting some oversets. And if you find that you keep getting oversets in a lock, increase your tension a little bit. That'll help prevent you from shoving those pins up higher than what they need to be. There we go. It's pin 1. Now we're back here in the back. Pin 6. I don't think that was high enough. Okay. Felt a little movement. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. I hadn't seen anything pop up in the feeds from Cherokee either in a while. I know Leon, Leon's Lock Pet, he made a post the other day. With the lockdowns there, he's been homeschooling the kids, so he's not had his kitchen table to be able to make any videos on. But he's still around, so that's good. Has any of y'all heard anything from Fast Charlie? I've not seen anything posted by him in a good while. He just sort of dropped off the air. All right. Last run through this, and then we're going to set it aside. I think this is the one that would always give me a headache trying to pick. Yeah. All right. I'm not going to destroy this one. If we do decide to drill one of these guys out. Put everything back in here. Comes with your stickers. And put everything back in there. All right, so now let's look at this guy here. And Pocket Women, your video, I'm thinking, I actually still have the packaging. So I'm thinking this is the newer style, correct? This is the newest, our latest generation packaging, marked like this. It's a little beat up there, but I think it's the newest version that you were talking about, or maybe not quite the newest. The key doesn't have the little Australia on there, so maybe 2015. And yeah, mine's not in the greatest condition because it's been boxed up and moved and carried around and stuff a little bit. Nothing from Fast Charlie. Okay, yeah. I mean, people kind of fade in and fade out with this, so it's just Skull Picker, and then we've had a couple others that just kind of disappeared as well. I need to send out a search party or something. I did hear back from, I know we talked about this a while back on a Saturday, but I did actually hear back from Darkwood Picks. He emailed me back after a few days, and he's doing fine. He's working as a locksmith full-time out where he lives in the western part of the States. and he's doing all right. Let's see. All right, current packaging, but the lock is from 2015 if it has the spools, the standard issue. And I believe this does have spools in it, if I remember correctly, because it's a pain. Yep, it's got a spool. It's got spools. That first one that clicked there definitely gave some counter rotation. There we go. And again, it's been forever since I picked this one. Okay, there we go. You know, some people say start in the front of the lock. Others say start in the back and work your way through. I say if you pick a pin and you get it where you think it's set, you know, you can sort of feel the pins in front of it back towards the front just by moving your pick like that. You can sort of tell if one of them is bound up. And a lot of times I'll just move back and try to pick that pin. I know it probably messes me up, but I've found that I've had a lot more success doing it that way than I have just repeating through, 1 through 5 or 1 through 6. Okay, that last one, I keep trying to overset. Let me use a shorter hook. Okay, there we go. And again, if you have pins that you overset, try a shorter hook and more tension. Okay. And don't be afraid to play with that tension either. Sometimes you can put your pick right under a pin that you think you've overset and then ease off the tension and let that pin sort of ease down until you feel it sort of click into a better spot. I think lockpicking lawyers actually talked about that in a video before. Let's see. There we go. Whew. Still a fighter. You can see there's the bidding on it. Pretty good bidding. Let's see. Let's look. Yeah, pocket women. Yeah, a lot of people I know have been hit with that. My mother actually homeschooled me and my younger brother all 12 years of school. So I have a little different perspective on it, but I can also understand that people who have never homeschooled their children, that's completely new to them and something kind of difficult to deal with. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of people in difficult positions. And then you have people like me who are in difficult positions because I was getting too many hours to work. And I was actually offered the chance to work today, but I didn't take it out of principle because of the time that was involved with traveling and the amount of time that it would take up in my day. So yeah, here is the Bible cap. And this, that is steel. Oh, no. It's not magnetic. So I guess that's a zinc alloy. That's interesting. Okay. Get this pinning tray here. And we'll get these little screws. Pin to 5. Yeah, I remember it has yeah, G Keyman, I know there's the US Lockwood, but it is made completely different from the real thing, the real McCoy. And I don't know, let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to get a screwdriver a bit here. And I already had one. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, it's the US ones are just completely different. But these are Lockwoods are one of those things where you got to have somebody ship it to you from down under. Which, speaking of that, I did a video that y'all might be interested in. I did it, a couple years ago now, where Don's Locks had actually sent me, when he sent me this, he also sent me an Abus 83, but it was the Australian version. It had a Lockwood core in it, but there were some other differences, and I did a whole video kind of comparing those differences. So y'all may be interested in that. Let's see, that follower's too big. And that one's too big. Jeez. Don't I have another follower somewhere? I really don't want to have to run all the way out to the car just to get a follower. Let's see. This one's probably a tad too small, and this one's, yeah, that one's definitely big. I have stuff flying out all over there. All right, let's do this the tricky way. All right. Pin 1. Where I use the plug as an actual follower. Now there is nothing down there in 6. No pin or spring or anything. So that's interesting. 2. Here is 5. A spool. 3. 4 driver is a spool. Number 4 bottom. And these bottom pins do have the bevels on them. I guess I will have to go out and get my reel follower, put this guy back together. Top pin 3 is also a spool. Okay. Two is a spool. And 1 is also a spool. All spools, which is unusual to see factory, just because normally that will kind of give it a little more slop when using the key. I guess I could have just taken this off and then peened it back down later, but oh well. Oh well. We learned a new trick. So there we go. We've got these spools. In Pocket Women, like you said, these are the spools, and they've got that very fine edge on there, where it just catches so horribly down here, and in the plug. Now there's no drill protection here in the plug, and again no drill protection up here in the Bible cap either. But you can see there's that. Let's see if these are steel or just zinc coated. Yep. These aren't stainless steel pins for sure. So there's a pretty decent magnet on the back of that light. So probably more like a nickel coated, just to give it wear resistance. And then it's got just the tiny, tiny little bevels on the tops of those key pins, which make it nasty, nasty, nasty. Let's see. Let's look here. The sixth one, no. The sixth chamber is the same diameter, both in the plug and in here. Yeah, that's the same diameter in there. Let's see. Oh, well, GQ, man. Yeah. I got to hang around a Amtrak station for a while for a work assignment once, and they had several of the big, beefy, honking abloy padlocks with the half circle keyway in there. And that was just kind of cool to see something like that in use here in the States, you know. I know that they're used, but let's see. Okay. Yeah. Those little thin lips on the spools are just nasty. Imagine if they were to take and just undercut just slightly in these chambers. I mean, that would just be nasty. I mean, that would be, ugh. We'd need them in all the locks then. Yeah, nickel, silver, yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Why would the current production Bible have a reduced diameter 6th chamber? It's almost like they don't want it pinned for 6 pins. And it would be possible, actually, for me, if I did my measuring just right, I could actually make a 6-pin key for these because I'll show you. This is something that's always gotten me. Quick set, just a regular Kw10 Key Blank, works perfectly in the Lockwood keyway. Now the Lockwood keys going into quick set. Don't mind the face on here. There's no pins in here, but yeah, the Lockwood goes perfectly into the quick set as well. So that's just kind of interesting to me. That what is it? The LW4 keyway is the same as the KW1. So if I were to want to make a 6-pin key for this lock, I would take this blank over to the machine, and I would cut it back to where the end of the blade would be centered in the 6th chamber, and then just continue a cut on up here until I got to right where the bow would be flush with the face of the plug, and then I could pin it. It would look ugly as sin, but it could be done. Let's see. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I guess that's a way to make money. If you want 6 pins, you have to special order it, pay more money for it. Yeah, Ronald, I've got, I know I have some Pro Series here. Let me dig one out. Yeah, or the C4 keyway. You're talking about for the Lockwood, right? I was thinking LW4, but I guess also C4. For that. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah. I know I have some Master Lock Pro Series. Let's see. Yeah. Done a couple videos on these. This one right here, talking about the Pro Series, like the 7035, and I've got have the 7045, which is the bigger brother. These are still pretty simple to pick, but in an actual real world situation, I wouldn't mind using one of these to secure my stuff, just because the body of it is stainless steel, and the core does have security pins in it. If you put this on a chain or on a hasp on a shed or something like that, it would definitely hinder somebody picking it, because that's too much time and effort in trying to stand there and hold it at a comfortable angle. These don't have spring tensioned cores on them, So it does make it a little more difficult to pick. And you have to use almost no tension in there. There we go. But yeah, I mean, I can get it open sitting here at the bench, but if this is hooked up to a, like I said, on a shed or a gate or something like that, I'm probably, it's probably going to take a good little while to pick it. So yeah, I like these, and you can actually find these on eBay for a decent price. But yeah, they're really good. This kind, the 70 series, with the shrouded shackle, and the stainless body. Let's see. LW5. Pocket Women, there actually is a 6-pin quick set. It would be a Kw10 key, which I don't have any of the blanks. And that was used for the Quickset Titan line, which honestly I don't know that much about Titan other than they're not produced anymore. And you have to use there are some, like the pinning on them is different. Like it actually has a number 7 cut, whereas the standard 5-pin quickset, only the deepest cut is a number 6. So it goes deeper, and then it's also 6 pins. One common 6-pin quickset lock there is, though, is actually used in swimming pool gates. If you go up to like a swimming pool at say an apartment complex or someplace like that, and they've got the little the safety gate where you have to pull the plunger up on the top, and it has to be a certain height off the ground so that kids won't go in there, etc., etc. And then you have the lock on it. And I'm trying to think of the brand name of it, but I can't at the moment. But basically it has a 6-pin quickset core, and the key bitting is exactly the same for all of them. It's like what is it? I want to say it's like 252525, something like that. I mean, it's just up and down, but it's exactly the same for all of them, which is really, I mean, I can see it. It reduces cost, but I used to have a set of patrol keys when I was night shift supervisor, and I had several different swimming pool gate lock keys on there. That way, if I ever needed to go into a swimming pool area, while I was on foot patrol or answering a call or something, I could do that without having to jump over the fence. Because that can be embarrassing, trying to jump over a fence sometimes, especially after you've just eaten. That just, eating and jumping over fences does not go together. But anyway, I carried that with me and had one of those 6-pin quickset keys on there. That was before I got into lock sport and stuff. But yeah, it's the Kw10 Key Blank, and eventually one day I need to order some, but just to have on stock. But and yeah, these are really good padlocks. The Master Lock Pro Series. I've done several videos on these in the past, especially when I got these a few years ago. It was before I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able to do, 'cause I got my shop, but I was able like some detailed videos taking these apart because they were all gummed up and kind of had goo in there and stuff. So, but anyway, yeah, GQ, man, that's the issue. If you don't make it over, I got a trespassing call one night, and it was summertime. Bunch of people, college age people, we'll say, in the swimming pool, like 2 a.m, having a party, and the management of the apartment complex, they don't allow that because of the liability. Anytime you've got a bunch of drunk college kids at 2 a.m. around a swimming pool, something is bound to happen. And I'm normally, like, when I approach something, approach a call, I'm very quiet and just sort of ease my way up there. And so it can be startling sometimes when somebody just looks over and sees me. And that's what happened. And this poor girl, she just, I don't know, she and everybody else just started running. One guy yelled "cop," and everybody took off the other way. And this girl goes and she runs, and she sort of belly flops on top of the fence, which is only about 4 feet tall. And she doesn't make it over, and actually just rolls right back, lands flat on her back on the ground. And anyway, she stood there and she looked at me. She said, "Are you going to let me out?" And I said, "Well, why should I let you out?" I said, you're trespassing." And she said, "Well, you let everybody else out." I said, "No, everybody else could jump over the fence better than you." And anyway, finally, I think she was embarrassed enough. And I was nice. I unlocked the gate and I said, "Don't ever let me find you out here again when you're not supposed to be." And she took off with the rest of her friends. But she wasn't too happy about not making it over the fence. But, me being me, I give people breaks. So, but anyhow, I think that's about going to wrap it up today. I know I've only been going for about an hour. But today is kind of a rainy, overcast day. I see a little blue in the sky. We got all of Jason's winter, cold, wet weather from Mississippi. It all rolled in here about Sunday night. And it's been cloudy and rainy and kind of cold for the last couple of days. It was supposed to get really warm yesterday, like up into the 70s. And that didn't happen. And then today it was supposed to rain off and on. It's still mostly cloudy out there, but I guess what I'm saying is it's a good day to go in and get some stuff done inside. This Saturday, I'll probably drill this guy, just so we can look and see what's in there. So that way I can kind of save that for Saturday. And then I've got a couple other ideas coming up for Wednesdays and Saturdays both. But I enjoy coming out here on Wednesdays. And, as long as people show up, let's see. Hey, Miko. Miko, you're welcome. I know you don't speak up too much anymore, but you're more than welcome to. We're all friends here. All get along. We all want to hear what you have to say. Pocket women, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hang out with the cats. I didn't bring Socks out here with me today. I think she would have liked to have came, but I still have stuff I need to clean up from all my projects the other day, with the safe lock mount. But anyway, yeah, folks. Well, I guess that's gonna wrap it up for today. I do have to go back to work tomorrow, so I've got to do laundry and stuff like that. That's not too fun. But oh, and one other thing I wanted to mention in my live videos, for some reason, what shows up on y'all's screen is mirror imaged from reality. So, in other words, like, I just noticed this the other day when I played back the live from where Socks was out here, so I could see how, you know, how loud she was meowing, how much she was talking. The little sink and vanity messy area over here is to my right, and then the door to go out is over here to my left. That's with me looking at the windows. So I just noticed that it's flipped backwards from what it normally is, and I'm not sure why. But anyway, alrighty, folks. BC Lockpicker, you made it just in time for the end, unfortunately, sir. Just getting ready to wrap up here. We just picked a few locks today, hanging out here in the shop like we do on Wednesdays now. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting stuff away, and I'm going to go in and veg out and watch television with the cats for a while. Words are backwards. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's showing Master Lock in reverse, and I don't know why. I have no clue why that is. Let me look. My quality is low for some reason. Playback speed's fine. Let's look. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking over here. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. G key man, just the option to flip it around. Let's see, one live where image wasn't mirrored. Okay. All right. Well, everybody, Pocket Women, Ronald. I know Starry Lock left earlier. Miko. G Key Man. Let's see, BC Lockpicker, everybody else who's stopped by. Hope y'all have a great day. Be healthy, be safe, stay out of trouble. We'll see if I can cut myself off mid-sentence this time. Maybe. Apparently I didn't do that Saturday or Sunday. Sunday, yeah. But anyway, y'all have a great day, and let's see. Yeah, I'm still not seeing an option anywhere. Oh well, we'll figure it out sometime. All right, y'all. Have a great day, and we'll see you Saturday. So, have a good one till then.